In today's episode, we're diving into a subject that's generating a lot of discussion on the global stage: China's ambitions to challenge the United States as the world's leading superpower. This story isn't just about economic competition, but involves strategic partnerships, geopolitical maneuvering, and long-term plans that could reshape the global order as we know it. China's vision for global dominance. China's aspirations to displace the United States as the dominant global power stem from its broader vision of national rejuvenation, often referred to as the Chinese dream. This vision, articulated by President Xi Jinping, seeks to restore China to its historical position as a leading global civilization, one that commands respect and influence on the world stage. To achieve this, China has embarked on a multifaceted strategy that involves economic expansion, military modernization, technological leadership, and the establishment of new international alliances. Let's take a closer look at how China intends to accomplish this ambitious goal and the key players involved in this global chess game. Economic expansion. The Belt and Road Initiative. One of China's most significant tools for expanding its influence is the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, an ambitious infrastructure project that spans across Asia, Europe, Africa, and even parts of Latin America. Launched in 2013, the BRI aims to build a network of railways, highways, ports, and energy projects that will connect China to various regions across the globe. Through the BRI, China is not only creating new trade routes, but also securing vital resources, gaining strategic footholds in key regions, and fostering economic dependency. Countries like Pakistan, Kenya, and Greece have become critical partners in this initiative, receiving billions of dollars in Chinese investment. By developing infrastructure in these countries, China is also expanding its economic and political influence, creating a sphere of influence that rivals that of the United States. Military modernization, a stronger PLA. To challenge the United States' military dominance, China has been rapidly modernizing its armed forces, particularly the People's Liberation Army, PLA. Over the past 2 decades, China has increased its military spending significantly, focusing on developing advanced technologies such as hypersonic missiles, cyber warfare capabilities, and a blue water navy capable of projecting power far beyond its shores. The South China Sea has become a focal point of China's military strategy. By building artificial islands and militarizing them, China has effectively extended its reach into one of the world's most critical maritime regions. This has led to tensions with neighboring countries like the Philippines and Vietnam, as well as with the United States, which views freedom of navigation in these waters as a critical interest. China's military strategy also includes forging closer ties with Russia. The two countries have conducted joint military exercises, shared intelligence, and coordinated their positions on key global issues. This growing military partnership is seen by many as a counterbalance to the influence of NATO and the United States, particularly in regions like Eastern Europe and Central Asia. 3. Technological leadership, the race for innovation. China recognizes that to truly rival the United States, it must lead in technology, particularly in areas like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and 5G telecommunications. The Made in China 2025 plan outlines the country's ambitions to become a global leader in high-tech industries, reducing its dependency on foreign technology, and establishing itself as an innovation powerhouse. Huawei, a leading Chinese telecommunications giant, has become a symbol of China's technological ambitions. Despite facing sanctions and pushback from the United States, Huawei continues to dominate the global 5G market, with many countries, including those in Africa and Europe, opting for its infrastructure over that of Western competitors. This dominance in 5G is not just about economics. It also has significant implications for global communications and cybersecurity. China's focus on artificial intelligence, AI, is another critical aspect of its strategy. The country is investing heavily in AI research and development, with the goal of becoming the world leader in AI by 2030. This technology is seen as a force multiplier for China's economy and military, enabling new capabilities in areas like autonomous systems, surveillance, and data analysis. 4. Diplomatic strategic alliances, the new Silk Road of influence. China's challenge to U.S. hegemony is not something it can achieve alone. To this end, China has been actively building alliances and partnerships with countries that share its vision of a multipolar world, where power is distributed more evenly across several nations, rather than being concentrated in the hands of a single superpower. 4. Diplomatic and strategic alliances, the new Silk Road of influence. China's challenge to U.S. hegemony is not something it can achieve alone. To this end, China has been actively building alliances and partnerships with countries that share its vision of a multipolar world, where power is distributed more evenly across several nations, rather than being concentrated in the hands of a single superpower. Russia is perhaps China's most important strategic partner. Both countries share a mutual interest in countering U.S. influence, and their relationship has grown stronger in recent years. This partnership is evident in various international forums, where China and Russia often coordinate their positions on issues ranging from security to climate change. In addition to Russia, China has also been strengthening its ties with countries in Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East. Through investments, trade agreements, and infrastructure projects, China is positioning itself as a partner of choice for these regions, often offering alternatives to the Western-led international order. Countries like Iran, Venezuela, and Ethiopia have all turned to China for support, whether it's in the form of economic aid, military assistance, or diplomatic backing. China is also making inroads into Europe through investments in critical infrastructure, such as ports and railways, and by offering favorable trade terms. The 16+1 initiative, which involves Central and Eastern European countries, is a prime example of how China is extending its influence into the heart of Europe, a region traditionally dominated by the United States and the European Union. Soft power, cultural and ideological influence. Beyond hard power, China is also working to increase its soft power, which involves shaping global perceptions and narratives. Through initiatives like the Confucius Institutes, China is promoting its language and culture abroad, establishing a positive image of itself around the world. China is also leveraging its state-controlled media to project its narratives globally. Outlets like CGTN and Xinhua have expanded their reach, offering an alternative perspective to that of Western media. This is particularly evident in developing countries, where Chinese media often portrays China as a champion of the global South, standing up against Western imperialism. Challenges and countermeasures. While China's plans are ambitious, they are not without challenges. The United States and its allies are increasingly aware of China's intentions and are taking steps to counter its influence. This includes forming new alliances, such as the Quad, comprising the US, Japan, India, and Australia, to counter China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. The US is also working to strengthen its economic and military ties with traditional allies in Europe and Asia, seeking to contain China's rise. The ongoing trade war between the US and China, as well as the global pushback against Huawei and other Chinese tech companies, are examples of how the US is attempting to curb China's ambitions. Furthermore, internal challenges within China, such as slowing economic growth, demographic shifts, and potential social unrest, could also impact its ability to achieve its goals. Conclusion: China's bid to displace the United States as the world's dominant superpower is a complex and multifaceted strategy that involves economic expansion, military modernization, technological leadership, and the forging of strategic alliances. While China has made significant strides in many of these areas, the outcome of this global competition is far from certain. The coming years will be crucial in determining whether China can realize its ambitions or whether the United States will maintain its position as the world's leading power. Thanks for watching TrendZ channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and turn on the notification bell for more exciting trends like this. See you in the next video.